Diversity is probably one of our main topics that we wanted to cover, and I think that you've absolutely led me into that brilliantly. So when it comes to diversity, do you think employers do enough around this space, or is there more that potentially can be done?
I think there's a lot of employers doing amazing stuff around this. And I think over the years, we've seen lots of organisations try to pull different levers as well. And perhaps, in some cases, we're starting to get a bit of a resistance to some of those levers. So one of the things that really resonated for me, perhaps 2 years ago, was a panel that I was at. And it was, a student panel, and actually it had diverse students on that panel. And they were pushing back against specific insight programs for particular demographics, which were all the rage like 3, 4, 5 years ago, because it really bolstered your pipeline into your internships and then into your grad programs.
Discrimination piece, isn't it? And that phase that we typically went through in terms of what can we do to give that positive benefit, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it was all with good intention, but actually students are now saying, well, I don't want to be labelled as, I'm from this demographic, therefore I'm getting a job because of that. And I completely get that too. And I where I've come to in my own journey and my own understanding of diversity has been actually, it really starts with leaning into inclusion and equity to get diversity rather than leading with diversity. Yeah. So that leads you to more of a tokenistic place, I think, rather than an authentic place, which is, so if you're talking about the way you attract candidates or the way that you put them through a process, if you focus on how can we be as inclusive and equitable as possible, you get diversity as a result. And I think organizations have led with the wrong thing and are starting to realize that.